Vivian Speaking more about city life.
关注房子，关注城市，更关注生活。
I will see you every Wednesday night.
国际生活家直播采访秀 Vivian Speaking， 每周3晚7点半，不见不散。
Good evening, and this is Vivian speaking. And tonight our topic is music mission in Tianjin, and our guest is Jess.
Yeah.
So nice to have you here, Jess.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Okay. Jess has been Tianjin for 7 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the why you choose Tianjin, because lots of cities in China.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can I start with why I chose China?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Start from China.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I chose to come to China because all I cared about was music. I was younger and I didn't care about anything else. I just want to make music all day, every day. But in Canada, it's a pretty expensive place to live. So most people have to work 40-hour weeks.
Especially 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, still, yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't want to have to work 40-hour weeks and then be too tired and drained to work on music. I want to make music for 100 hours a week or whatever.
Okay.
That's all I want to do. And I was always looking for ways to do that. Maybe I would go down to Guatemala for a while because it's really cheap to live. So I'd work for a while and then go there and make music and stuff like that. But then I had a friend who was teaching in Tianjin.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, you should come here and teach.
Okay.
And you can just teach a little bit and then you'll have tons of free time. I was like, oh, that's perfect.
So when is that time?
That was 7 years ago.
Okay, just 7 years ago.
Yeah, so I just I went on Google and I typed teach in Tianjin because that's where he was, and he was like, come to Tianjin, it'll be fun, we can party, blah blah blah, and it's a great opportunity. And I was like, well, great opportunity.
How come you met him? I mean,
he's
you know
an
him.
old friend from school.
Oh, I see.
Like when we were little kids or whatever. But we kind of, we didn't hang out that much anymore, but still on good terms. I like to be on good terms with people. So he came here and we still talked, and he's like, good opportunity. I was like, okay. So Google, teach Tianjin. First link that came up, clicked on it. I really didn't care. And then I got an interview and just on Skype or whatever, and I was like, hey. And they're like, hey, you're hired. And I was like, okay. So then I just flew out to Tianjin. And yeah, I was in Jinghai, which is a county of Tianjin. Do you know?
Jinghai.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really, I love we'll talk about it later maybe, but I love rural China, like the villages, sort of the outskirts of the cities and the small cities. I really like it. Maybe because when I first came here, that's what I experienced, but I really, really like it. Anyways, when I first got here, I didn't like it. I was like, this isn't Tianjin, blah, blah, blah. But that's sort of what brought me out here.
No, okay. I see.
So to teach a little bit, and then I could make music all the time. So I was teaching like 3 days a week and then making music the rest of my time.
So at the beginning, you teach us 3 days a week. And
I think my schedule was 3, maybe 4 days a week.
Okay,
yeah.
so for the rest of the time, you were just focused on your music.
Well, it was sort of gradual, but yeah.
Yeah. What about lots of musicians in Tianjin used to go to the bars, you did to work. So did you do that way?
Yeah, like so it's kind of cool. Like maybe after a month, I was helping my friend, like the guy. He was DJing, and I DJ'd a little bit, and the manager of the bar, who you met, that yeah,
老何?
No. So the manager of the bar at the time, is now my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So I met her there, and then after I met her, I found out we needed a drummer for our band, and then she's like, oh, I can drum. We didn't know she was an awesome singer at the time. But yeah, so then we made a band, and then we got like tons of gigs. So we ended up like playing music in bars and stuff. And then it's been a long journey in China, but stopped teaching, just play music, moved to different city, Jinan, for a little bit. And
why?
Yeah, just because there's a good gig there or whatever.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so then moved back to Tianjin because that's where she's from, you know. And yeah, so it's been a long journey, but music has been the goal and the reason. And yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so the jazz has been in Tianjin for 7 years, and for the 7 years at the beginning, and she started to teach English 3 days a week, and for the rest of the time, mostly he's focused on his music. And right now, and he has already released 4 albums. So we're gonna talk to his music later, and but how about let's move to Suri first, and she's gonna do the Chinese part tonight.
Hello，大家好，我是苏瑞，新一期的 Vivian Speaking 又跟大家见面了。趁着今天互动 TV 首播上线这个日子呢，我们也请来了一位很有个性，也是很有特殊的一位嘉宾。他呢是一位加拿大的原创音乐人，他叫 Jessie。今天呢，我也把他请到了我们的直播间。今天呢，他也会跟我们谈一些关于原创音乐的一些他的事情，包括他在生活中的一些趣事。不知道今天会有什么样的一些趣事发生呢？或者说有一些什么样的东西带给我们呢？接下来让我们进入今天的节目。
Thank you, Suri, and let's welcome back to our show. And how about let's Jess to play a song first.
Okay. Cool.
Jess has prepared 2 songs for us.
Yeah.
How about what is the first one?
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. First song is, what's it called? It's called, it's a dumb name. I don't like the name, actually. It's silly. But, yeah, I will play this song for you. I think I wrote it maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Maybe 3 years ago.
Oh.
I don't know. I write lots of songs, and maybe I forget about them, and then maybe I come back and I'm like, oh, this is a good song.
Okay.
So this is one of those.
Okay, I want to hear that.
Okay. I hope, can I move the mic a little bit maybe?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I want to get some guitar in there too, not just...
Okay.
So this will be good, I think, in between the two. Maybe back a little bit. Is that okay?
Oh, it's
No?
okay. Is it going to be closer?
Okay.
It's
Closer
fine.
is okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, let's do this.
I wish I can sing it.
It's an easy song. So maybe after you hear it, you would be able to next time. I watched you build this house of cards. Well, pray that it won't fall down. Saying life is so damn hard. Waiting for the wind to come around and come around today. Did you know better? All your life you hid from it and the weather. Whether or not you didn't see it coming, you can't say I wasn't wanting you. Oh, what are you running from? Oh, do you see it still? Oh,
So learn what?
what are you running from? Oh, do you see it still? If this is all you see, then how can you tell me that I must read realize and invest in your lives. You ask why there's nothing new. They tell you to quit your dreaming. Pretty soon they are you. Happened overnight. Next you learn what to do. Stop asking them questions. You've got a job to do, and you'll do it right if this is all you see. Then how can you tell me that I must realize and invest in your life?
Wow, lots of audience, just talks, just give you a relief. See, do you want to see it? So somebody said, yes, sounds really good. And I think this is your wife. Oh, no, I mean this one. It's nice music. Yeah. Yeah, lots of people, but also they talk in Chinese and it says, that you can play it by yourself and sing it by yourself is very cool. And another one said, you are the original musician, right? Okay. So actually, this is songs from 2 years ago.
Original, you said. Original.
Original.
Yes, definitely. Right? Yeah, I don't. I don't play covers. Really.
You don't like fake.
I don't like. Well, it's not fake if you make it your own or whatever. But I just I like writing songs and I like playing my own songs.
Okay, you remember the first time we met and we talked about how you define the original music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, this was interesting for me because I don't really. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I normally don't play and sing acoustic guitar very often.
All right.
Because I think it's kind of boring. Like I don't listen to much acoustic music because I want more. Like so live, I use my computer and MIDI controllers and foot pedals and keyboards and guitar. If I don't have any friends to play with, of course, I prefer to have a band. That's always the best thing.
Okay.
But about original music, yeah. So I have a little joke story, kind of. I want to tell. I told, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you can tell us.
Yeah. So I like electronic. I like full music, electronic elements, organic elements, and stuff. But one thing with performing that type of music live, like lots of DJs and electronic artists and stuff, is maybe they're not. Am I too loud?
No, it's too quiet, so you got to get closer.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
No problem. So yeah, there's like a little joke, a little story about like music and how it can be original or how it cannot be original and how everyone has different standards.
Yes.
And I used to hold myself to very harsh standards, and I'm trying to relax them a bit while keeping the integrity. So, for example, there's a famous electronic music producer or whatever, and he says, yeah, so I used to just like Pitbull and like lots of these artists, they will just get a song they find and they will loop 3 seconds of it and they will maybe yell over top of it, say their name and say, hey, what up? And then they will release it as their own song.
That kind of copy, right?
Yeah, and I think that's like pretty brutal. Like, I don't know, I don't think that's very original at all.
Okay.
So this artist in this story, he's like, yeah, I used to do that. I made tons of money, but I started to feel like I was cheating.
Yes.
So instead of just like ripping off people's songs and looping it and yelling over it, I started to use some small samples. Okay. Maybe like just get like this song's drums and this song's bass line, and like lots of modern hip hop is kind of like that with samples. It's like, but I still felt like I was cheating. So then I started to actually find a drummer and tell him what to play and record it and then use that. But I still felt like I was cheating. So then I bought some drums and I learned how to play and I recorded my own drums. But I still felt like I was cheating. So I learned how to make my own drums. And so I would get the goat skin and carve the wood, and I still felt like I was cheating. So I started raising goats to skin them and then make the drums. And I haven't had much time for making music lately because I'm spending all my time raising goats.
Okay.
So there's a whole spectrum of completely ripping off unoriginal music and then being too concerned with being too original and getting nothing done.
Okay.
So I like to consider myself over here, like on the original side. I try not to take too many shortcuts.
Okay.
But yeah, like I can't be raising goats the whole time. But yeah, I do consider myself over there. So with my instrumental electronic music, I might use a few little esoteric samples, but usually I showed you a picture of my studio. I have lots of instruments and I record everything myself. Usually.
Alright，在这里面我先说一下中文啊，就是他在这块儿特别有意思，他讲到就是因为他是一个原创音乐人，那他怎么去判断我怎么来当这个原创音乐人 ？OK， 那就是有的就是原创音乐人完全是他去 copy 别人的音乐，然后放出来，然后写上自己 title， 那这叫原创。那其实对于他来讲，他觉得这个完全是一个copy， 就完全是一个欺骗。然后有的呢，他可能是说，他会自己去，别人再去敲鼓，那么他把这个录下来，他觉得这个仍然是在欺骗。那他还有一种方式呢，自己去做鼓，然后呢，就是把自己做完了鼓，然后就是敲鼓，然后他觉得这个仍然还不是最终的一个原创音乐。所以这是在几个极限之中，他争取是做到 middle， right for the middle the kind of sort of the original， 对 good balance， 他还是想更好的来平衡就是这件事。如果他完全在用自己的时间来再去做这个一个鼓啊各方面，那他就完全没有时间再去做自己的音乐了。Okay, so that is the definition of the original music, right, from jazz. Yeah. So how about we listened instrumental music from you, all right? Okay.
Imperfectionist. And I was working on the album for maybe 2 years.
Oh.
And I got tired of listening to these songs over and over again. So I would just work on these instrumental ditties, and I had a bunch of them. So then I was like, I should just release an album of these. So I focused on, I had maybe 30, and then I kept cutting it down and getting the best ones. And then, so I ended up releasing that album first. And then I worked on my album, The Imperfectionist, a lot again. And then I got bored again, so I made another instrumental album. So there's 2 instrumental albums on there. And then I finally released The Imperfectionist. And then after that, I released the Rapscallion, which is very different. It's more like...
I found out that, the different albums, different style, right?
Yes.
And you change it often.
Yeah, so I don't want to listen. So, okay, some people, they can listen to the same song over and over and over again. Some people can watch the same movie over and over and over again. I think that's less common. Some people can read the same book over and over and over again. I don't really understand that so much. So usually I watch a movie once, I read a book once. Music I listen to more than once, but I try not to listen to the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
So I don't want to create the same thing over and over again.
Same to the music.
Yeah,
right?
so I want to create new music every time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So for the music part, and for me, just you are the kind of person, maybe you can eat simple, but you cannot have, you cannot without music in your life. Is that right?
Yeah, I think, so lots of people care about what they take into their body. Physically, they want to make sure their physical nutrition is good, but lots of people don't care, I think, about what they're taking in mentally. And they'll take in lots of healthy food, but mental garbage, lots of bad media, I think.
Okay.
And I'm careful with sort of what I take in.
All right, I see.
Just like with a diet.
Okay, we will talk about the music and the Tianjin later, and we will move to Surrey first. Okay.
Hello，现在回到我的部分了。刚才呢，信息量是不是有一点大呢？大家有没有了解到呢？其实呢，在刚才呢 ，Jessie 向我们表达了一下他对音乐的一个定义吧。他呢不是很喜欢就是现在那种这种现在那种很主流的那种音乐呢，他是更喜欢自己一种创作，然后也不是喜欢那种仿冒别人的一种音乐形式，更是喜欢用自己原创的形式来表达自己对音乐的一些理念和感受。像我们听他妻子说呢，他很有趣的是呢，就是偶然或者是半夜从床上会惊醒，就会记录下自己的一些创作灵感，然后有的时候也会灵光一现，就会记录下自己的创作灵感，这也就构成他现在的一些原创音乐的部分。接下来呢，我们来看一些网友的评论。然后呢，我们今天发现啊，不是今天是全球性的一次直播呀，我们也看到有很多国外的网友发来了评论，有海外网友说 Yes, sounds really good。也有很多网友就是说，really like his songs, looking forward to the live show。也有很多网友在说，有他的歌声呢，有一种他的轻音乐有一种夏威夷海滩的感觉。也有很多网友说酷，太棒了。也有很多人说，他有现场演奏，真的很赞。然后接下来呢，他们会谈论一些关于天津的话题。那让我们回到今天的节目中去。
How about Suri? How about you talk about his wife and right? And Jess, respect his wife a lot, right?
You have to.
Okay, so and before the live show, and we talked to Rain. It's Jess' wife, and she's a very, very nice and a pretty lady. So how about Suri talk about Rain a little bit and to show us how Rain support Jess in the music part, okay?
刚才呢，在直播之前呢，我们也简单的和他的妻子Rain聊了一下，然后他跟我们说呢，他是特别支持 Jessie 的这个音乐事业。在外呢，他有自己的事业；在内呢，他也就是一个贤内助的身份。在家里呢，他也担起了一切就是一些家务和一些包括一些日常的琐碎的这些工作呢，然后就是留给 Jessie 有一些很多的时间来创作自己的音乐。所以说，他对他的音乐支持确实是很到位，也是一个很标准的一位好妻子的一个形象。然后刚才呢，我们在评论也可以看到有他妻子的给他一些评论。确实是，然后今天呢，刚才大家也听到了一些，他的一些现场演奏，这个呢是我们带给大家的一些小惊喜。未来呢，我们还有一些大惊喜要送给大家，所以一定要持续关注我们的节目。接下来，让我们把时间交还给 Vivian。
Thank you, Suri, and let's back to the live show. Jess loves the music. How about we move to his second song, and you prepared? How about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Fingers aren't working as good as they should be, but I think it's okay. Okay, so hopefully, I'm worried that it's not going to pick up the guitar. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you.
It's closer to the guitar. And,
Cool. I think it's a good idea. I'm a much better guitar player than I am a singer, so this is really a good idea. All right.
See, this is your wife's advice. Yes, close to the guitar.
All right.
All right.
Nice. All right. See the moon fill up in the sky at night. Don't it make you feel so big and bright that you really ought to just let go of all the reasons that you shouldn't, that you know. That you know. Yeah, when I see the stars, I hear them calling me to the sky, upward heaven. sing. Sometimes I sit and wonder where and when things went asunder. Why we left this world we loved and lived in together. It can't be long now that it's needed. Something drastic superseded. All the greed eating up eating can't last forever. Can't last forever. But we sit and pray, can't last forever. We don't do what we say, can't last forever. Soon will be the day that forever comes falling down on our face. Why we never do or don't become something more or new. Is it fear of the unknown on the soul? Doubt is overgrown like a weed that just needs pulling. Oh, sometimes I sit and wonder where and when things went asunder, and why we left this world we loved and lived in together. It can't be long now that it's needed. Something drastic superseded. All the greed eating up eating can't last forever. Can't last forever. But we sit and pray, can't last forever. We don't do what we say, can't last forever. Soon will be the day that forever comes falling down on our face.
Oh, you know what did the audience say? You know, the one of the audience called Mike.
Okay?
I think he's your friend, right?
Oh, he says
Yeah, he said awesome music, and yeah, and you know, the Luna said it's so good, can't wait for the show. So I think we will tell the audience when it's gonna be the show,
Okay.
right? So what
Yes.
time is it?
You're asking me.
Yes, you remember? You always no,
No.
20th June. 20th June.
20th of June.
Okay.
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 Good,
Okay.
good. Okay, cool.
So all your focus on the music, all right?
20th, yeah, I'm especially
Yeah.
like numbers, I'm really bad at remembering.
Okay, so
nothing.
on the show, how many music you gonna sing it?
So for the show,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have 2 or 3 songs by myself with all my
right.
stuff, and then I'm gonna have maybe 4 or 5 or 6 songs with my band.
Oh, your band. So how
Yeah.
many people in your band?
Right now we have 3 people.
Right now, it's 3.
Yes, but we're
Okay.
trying really, really hard to get a bass player. But yeah, so we need a skilled bass player because bass is important. It's yeah, it's a big part of music. Lots of people
Okay.
don't hear bass is like for non-musicians. Maybe you won't even hear the bass line in a song, but it's really important.
Yeah.
So if we can't find a bass player, it's okay. We'll just be like a Vanguard original band without a
Okay.
bass player. But hopefully we can find one.
All right，我在这里面给Jess 做一个招聘啊，他的乐队里现在是3个人嘛，还缺一个贝斯手。那如果哪位朋友啊，就特别喜欢音乐，而且是贝斯这块能玩得非常棒的话呢，我觉得可以跟我们的节目组来联系。那可能在6月20号的他的现场直播的演唱会的时候呢，我们可以看到你的身影哦。Okay, let's move to the next part. So, you know, we got a bunch of questions to ask, but, you know, I don't think we have lots of time to left.
Yeah.
So, how about we talk about Tianjin,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
So, so what kind of, you know, the Tianjiners, you know, and you got the Tianjin wife,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, what
So,
what kind of impression of the Tianjin?
I think Tianjin's a very special place.
Uh-huh.
Definitely very special to me, but I think it's also objectively special. The food is great, like 煎饼果子, 蛋饼鸡蛋, tofu nar, you know.
Okay,
like,
you really
I
like
love
that.
all the local food. Yeah. I'm vegetarian though.
Oh.
So it's okay, like in China, because there are vegetarians in China. Some people like, oh, you don't eat meat, it's just pork, it's okay. And it's like, no, it's like, okay, what about this? It's fish. And it's like, closer, but still no. But yeah, so Tianjin food is awesome. And also Tianjin people are really interesting, I think. Really interesting people.
OK，
Yeah.
Jess 这时候他谈到那个 vegetarian 是他是素食者，而且他是地地道道的素食者。但是呢，这样的话呢，他还是很喜欢天津的煎饼果子、老豆腐、豆腐脑 ，right? OK, so yes, what about the people part?
People part, yeah, they're very friendly. They may not come off. So sometimes I'll be with my wife, and someone will be really rude, and we'll be like, "Wow, this person's really rude." Who knows? They'll do something that's really rude, and maybe we won't say anything. Maybe we will. I don't know. But normally, like a really rude person will kind of be like a bad person in some places. But like in Tianjin, like someone will be really rude, and then they'll turn around and they'll like maybe like if you mention it, maybe you don't even have to mention it, but like they'll be the nicest person in the world, and they're just maybe rude by accident, and like it's crazy, and they'll like give you so much things like. Lots of foreigners, you know, like, oh, Chinese people are the best. They're so generous. They always give you so much food and everything.
Yeah.
So like,
we do not do the AA part, right? And we always pay, right?
Yeah. So it's really funny. Like you see people here, like, oh, I'll pay, and they fight over
yeah.
paying.
Okay.
And like you don't see that in the West very often. I don't know if that's just Tianjin or if that's all of China.
I think all of China, especially for the north part of China.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so I've learned a lot about like. In the West, say Southern hospitality, but like Chinese hospitality is really powerful force.
Yeah, but lots of time we speak loud.
Yeah. You guys are not afraid to speak really loud on the bus or in an elevator. But I think if you mention like, oh, you're loud, then they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like no one here really means any harm. I think.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I remember you talk about the freedom part, right?
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So some people in the West think like, oh, like I go back and I tell them like, yeah, I'm living in China. And they're like, how are you living in China? Like, don't you miss freedom? Like maybe more Americans are like, freedom, don't you miss freedom? But I think expats don't think that way. Once you come to China, I think you realize it's not what we're like maybe fed over there. Like I feel more free in China.
Why?
Because I cannot, in Canada, I cannot drink a beer outside of a police station. In Canada, there are lots of rules you have to follow. And if you don't follow them, you'll get in trouble. But in China, lots of the rules are kind of like, they're not so small. Like don't steal, don't hurt people, and you won't get in trouble. Like in China, you're allowed to drink a beer out front of a police station. I think that's really cool. Like I feel very free in China to do whatever I want because I don't want to kill anyone or steal anything. So I feel very free to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But in Canada, I have to be careful and follow all the little rules.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think China is very socially free.
Okay.
Behavior.
Yeah. So this is to be honest, this is very interesting, and this is my first time to hear that. 我在这说个中文啊，我就因为 Jazz 这块确实是很有意思，他提到了其实跟我们想象并不一样啊，就是在中国他反而感觉到他更加的自由，为什么呢？因为在加拿大的时候，他有很多的就是条条框框，他必须要遵守，比如说他不能够在警察局来喝啤酒，那样的话他很可能会去进监狱，但是在中国他不会这样的，然后而且他们就是。You talk about the buying once, right?
Yeah. So like in Canada, you can only, well, at least in BC, like in Vancouver, you can only buy alcohol at like liquor stores.
Okay.
You cannot buy them at the supermarket or at the corner store. You can only buy them during the day. Like you can't buy liquor like at night.
Mhm.
Like there are lots of regulations.
Okay.
Lots of rules.
All
for
right.
Lots of things.
对，包括他们在买酒这块儿，你像咱们中国，在任何的超市啊、小超市都可以买到酒，但是在加拿大它并不是这样的，它只能是在限定的一些超市里才能够买到，就是有酒精的这种酒So it's so yeah for us, it's it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's today it's a music show.
Yeah.
We have listened to songs. Three. Did anyone Did the audience raise any questions?
刚才呢，我们也听他们讲述了一些天津的东西。可以说 Jessie 是一位地地道道的一个天津女婿，他找了一位天津的妻子，而且他们在这里已经生活了已经有7年了。他对天津呢，也可以说是非常的了解。刚才我们在与他妻子的谈论中呢，也得知了他特别喜欢吃西红柿炒鸡蛋，确实也特别符合天津人的口味啊。然后呢，现在呢，我们来看一下网友的评论。然后今天我们的网友都是化身的小乐迷啊，确实特别的激动啊！好多人都说，真的很期待接下来的现场演奏。也有很多人说特别喜欢听第2首歌，说第2首歌特别棒，有一点涅槃乐队的感觉。有很多网友说弹奏的时候特别的带感。然后还有很多网友都会说，第2首歌特别好，有自己独特的风格。所以呢，他也是一直在坚持自己的创作，我们也期待他未来给我们带来更多好听的音乐。当然我们首先要期待一下6月20号的一个现场演奏会。刚才我发现呢，也有我们的网友提出了评论来问我们的嘉宾，就是以后对于音乐这方面或者自己的生活这方面有什么一些计划吗？
Okay, we'll come back to our English part. There's the audience, it's Michael, I think it's your friend, and he asked just 2 or 3 songs in the live show, and he definitely want more.
Right now?
No, I mean on the 20th June.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot. Well, my band I think is really great, and those are still my songs. Pretty much.
Yeah.
They help me, so it's great. So they're even better because I have more input.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be playing 2 or 3 by myself. That's just by myself. I think the band is much better, and we'll be playing 5 or 6. So there should be 8 or 9 songs.
Okay, and another question, and can we find your music online?
Yes, you can.
So
Definitely.
where is it?
Maybe you can put it up at the end or something. I saw it earlier there.
Ah.
So I use a website called Bandcamp.
Okay. I think it's the end of the show. We still got lots of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, and the show. Yeah. Okay, so thanks to you,
Yeah.
Jess, and
Yeah.
hope you can join us next time.
Yeah.
All
no
right.
problem.